So this problem says, for each of the following, name the reaction type, give the correct formula equation, then balance the equation. And keep in mind that for this problem, the only two options for the type of reaction is either synthesis or decomposition. So if we start with zinc nitride, and we know it's going to something, because zinc nitride is a compound, we can assume that this is decomposing into its elements. So let's start by coming to the side and figuring out what zinc and nitrogen's ions are. So zinc, Zn, that's a transition element, one that you will just have to either look up on your periodic table if it's given, or memorize that it has a 2+ charge as an ion. And nitride is the ion form of nitrogen. Nitrogen is in the third group from the right. It's in group 15 or 5A, for example. So it has a 3- charge. So to figure out what that compound is, we can do the crisscross, that the 3 comes down, the 2 comes down, and so the compound together makes Zn with a 3 subscript and N with a 2 subscript. Since 3 and 2 don't have any common factors, they will stay the same. We won't be able to reduce. So this is the formula for zinc nitride. When it goes down to its elemental decomposition, the zinc will just be zinc element, but nitrogen is one of the diatomics, so it would be N2 as a diatomic. If you're not sure what your diatomics are, the way that I remember them is by the mnemonic device Brinkelhoff. Brinkelhoff. So your diatomic elements, are the ones that have a 2 subscript on them, are Br, bromine, I for iodine, N for nitrogen, Cl for chlorine, H for hydrogen, O for oxygen, and F for fluorine. Okay, so far we have given the correct formula equation, but it's not balanced yet because on the left side of the arrow we have 3 zincs and 2 nitrogens. On the right side we have 2 nitrogens but only 1 zinc. So we need to put a 3 coefficient in front of the zinc to make the two sides have the same number of elements. And again, as we mentioned, because it starts with something as a compound and it goes to its elements, this is a decomposition. Type of reaction. Okay, so that is the first one. For the second one, we have aluminum plus nitrogen. So these are in their elemental forms and they're going to something. We can assume that that would be going to a compound. So this would be a synthesis reaction. And aluminum is not diatomic, so it's just Al. Nitrogen is again one of the diatomics, so it would be N2. And if we come out to the side and we write the ion charges, aluminum is in group 3A or 13, so it has a charge of 3+. Nitrogen is again a 3-. So if we do the crisscross, we would have Al3N3. But because the 2 subscripts are the same, we can essentially divide both of them out because we can divide out common factors. And 3 divided by 3 is 1 for both of them, so that just makes a 1 subscript on each of them, would be Aln for the compound. So now that we've found the compound, we can't change the subscripts. Now we want to balance. we have one Al on this side and one on that side, two nitrogens on the left, but only one on the right. So we can balance that by putting a 2 coefficient in the front. But now this makes 2 aluminums on the right hand side and only one on the left. So we need to put a 2 coefficient to balance it as well. So again, the way we get these subscripts are from the ion charges, but then once you use the ion charges to make your compounds, then you can only change the coefficients to balance. Okay, well, I hope this homework help solution was helpful for you. If it was, please leave me a like and subscribe to my channel to see more homework help problems in the future. Also, feel free to leave a comment with a question that you have, or send me an email if it's a picture, which my email is down in the description, if you have a question that you'd like to see a video for. Thanks for watching, and happy studies.